Hello my loves, I'm Ellie Frost. Thank you so much for being on my channel where we are talking about the multi-dimensional approach to rapidly and radically healing and transforming your life and yourself during and after narcissistic abuse. And you actually transform yourself into yourself, your truest, highest version, right, in my work. And I wanted to talk today about changing your priorities after narcissistic abuse. I've spoken recently on the channel, so the most recent videos, about how, honestly, if you are spending your spare time, I know it's addictive, learning about narcissists rather than focused on your life and building the best life you want to have, right? Apart from what you need to do in order to know what you're dealing with, know that you need to actually put different standards and boundaries into your life, that if you want a better quality of life, that you've got to make some changes, right? If you're obsessing over them, you're still giving in to the disease, right? Which is making your whole life about them, studying them, being so obsessed with who they are, why they do what they do. There are things I talk about on the channel that gives you that information, and it's the level at which people do this that stops them actually building their life. You might as well be with a narcissist if you're spending all your free time learning about them. Maybe you're not going to be traumatized in the same way, but you're still giving your life away to them, right? Feeding the disease on the planet, putting your energy, your most precious resource, in the wrong place. So what I want to talk to you about today is, imagine yourself, which this is the truth of it, like an investor, yeah? Now, your key resources, no matter what level they're at, they still have some, is time. So time, yeah, your focus and attention, which is kind of what you give your energy to, what you think about, and your money. Time, attention, and money. You're an investor. Look at your day, look at your week. Yeah, whatever levels those things are at, you've still got so many hours in the day where you're awake. You've got the same hours as anyone else, you see. Some of you will feel like you've got less hours because you might have a very busy job, you could be a busy parent, you might be sick, but you've got a certain amount of hours available to you, and you've got a certain amount of bank balance, yeah? If you could see, because this is an energetic universe, if you could see the way you use those resources, the same way you would look at it as if you were putting money in a slot machine, because it's all currency, actually, right? And how you spend the other two, the time and your attention, is going to equal your money, by the way, in this universe. So you want to think about it, right? Money responds to our energy and how we spend our time and attention. It's not unavailable to you, no matter what you think. There's other ways for you to build on your finances, but you're only going to know that, or at least be more resourceful with them, when you understand how you're spending the other two. So everything you do matters. It contributes to what you're an energetic match for. This is an energetic universe, which means that it works on frequency. Frequency, so imagine like there was all these different radio stations going on. Now, when you move to a different frequency, other things on that frequency are available to you. So if I move up to, say, love and abundance, that frequency, that radio station, then all the thoughts, ideas, opportunities from that frequency are available. If I'm in the frequency of despair, then all the thoughts, ideas, and situations that would create more despair are available, right? But you can't attract what you're not on the frequency of, predominantly. That being said, not everything that comes into your life is what frequency you're on, because we live in a universe of everything. So some things come into life not because you're attracting them, because we live in a universe of everything, and you know, everything that comes across your path isn't necessarily your direct match, but what you do with it will affect your energetic match. So if you come across a narcissist and you give it your energy, yeah, allow your wounds to talk you out of your intuition, or consent in any way to that interaction, now you're changing your whole energetic match and your frequency on the universe. Everything you do matters. So time and attention. Now these are the things that we do sneakily. Yeah? These are the things that we do that we pretend to even ourselves we don't do, where we put our time and attention. There is nothing to be guilty about for relaxing, but you know when you are indulging. You know when indulging in things that aren't good for you. You know when you could be focused in a better way for yourself a lot of the time. Not always, but a lot of the time. You know when, especially when you get to a certain point of awareness, you know when you are feeding the wrong thing. Now, energy is always moving. So you're either future focused on what you're trying to create, right? What do I want to create? Or you're focused on your present moment and just recreating more of it, or your past. So you want to change the balance. You've got to, it's not to be completely clean on this, but like, even people doing something new, like if they try and put in a new healing modality, or they try and go to do some exercise, or they do something new in their life, their mind's always going to want to bring them back to the past. That's what the mind does. It likes what it's familiar with. So whenever you break a cycle, start something new, there's going to be resistance. But you've got to understand that you want to give your energy to your goal, to where you're going, not where you are and where you've been, if you're trying to create something different in your life, right? So every time, I want you to hear this noise, ching-ching, ching-ching. You put hours of time researching narcissists, watching those videos that are just things that you already know. If you're at that point, ching-ching, I want you to hear it. Ching-ching is part of your currency going into still being a match for narcissism, honestly, over time, right? It's certainly not energy that you are putting into your vision and dreams. So you want to start thinking about the future. Yeah, I would say on this channel, I'm not really putting it in the old pot. I'm taking you on a transformation journey. I'm trying to get you future focused. I'm trying to get you thinking about other things. I'm trying to get you coming into your power, your authenticity more, not really going on and on and on about all the things they did and said, because honestly, it's an investment in your past. So I want you to think time, attention, and money. Am I doing it as an investment? An investment would count as something that would grow my future, or am I investing in my past? If I'm obsessing for hours about narcissists, this is an investment in my past. You already know that information, but the universe just works on matches. So it's like, well, here we are. You've got a clean slate. What do they want next? Well, they seem to be obsessed with narcissists. Why don't we bring them some more? Do you want it? Why don't you obsess about creating healthy relationships? Why don't you obsess about emotional intelligence? Why don't you get a coach, someone like me who can teach you new skills? Why don't you obsess about making your house beautiful, small things, learning a new skill? Why don't you obsess of something that will take you forward? Because otherwise you're still in the trap, and the universe, you'll say, well, I thought I'd healed. And then I've met this person and they're a narcissist. Of course, the universe says, what do they like to spend their currency on? Where do they spend their currency? Time, attention, and money. Well, they spend it on learning about narcissists, not themselves. When I started prioritizing my growth, which is what I said in the last video, the universe brought me more opportunities for me to grow. When I put my time and energy into narcissists, the universe brought me more horrible behavior from narcissists, right? And they were everywhere in my life. Now they're nowhere in my life. I won't tolerate it. I'm not an angelic match to it. I've got no interest in it. I've got no interest whatsoever in it. Which seems strange, because you think, well, why is she running a channel on narcissism? It's actually on people. This channel is not about narcissists. It's about healing. It's about transformation. It's about people who've been through narcissistic abuse, sure, and trauma. But it's so much more about you. Sovereign is all about you. Everything I teach, everything I do is about you. Your finances, your authenticity, your power, your purpose. Every course on my website is about you and your ability to create what you want. We do talk about narcissists because people here, like myself, have been narcissistically abused. And the biggest theft of the narcissist is to steal you away from yourself, make you preoccupied and obsessed with them. Be mindful, right? If you come on a journey where you start healing, and unless you want to teach people about it, which you might, that's awesome. But like, other than that, if you're still where are you putting that investment? Every time, cha-ching, cha-ching. I believe time in relaxation is a great thing, by the way. That's not a waste of time. Energy. So time, focus. Where are you putting it? When you say to the universe, I intend to be happy, I intend to have fulfilling connections, I intend to grow, then the universe is going to say, cool, you've got to be in alignment with that then. We need to see what you want from what you do, not just an idea you have. So we'll look at where you put your time, your resources, your time, your attention, your money. You don't seem to be putting any time, money or attention into learning about healthy relationships. You just seem to be looking and obsessing about narcissists. I guess you want more of that. Your wish is my command. The universe, the predominant energy you hold, frequency wins. So wherever your energy is the predominant. This channel is about transformation. This channel is about you coming home to your soul. This channel is about, well, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? This isn't where we intended to be. That's a song I love. That's what I used to sing with a business partner. I just kept thinking it. This isn't where I intended to be. We had it all. I believed in you. You believed in me. That is a song from Evita. But why am I singing that? Because that's how I felt. I got in a partnership. It was supposed to build my dreams. It built my nightmares in every motherfucking way you can imagine. But the point of it was, where do I go from here? My life had been given away. So much of my life still has. Yeah? Some of the things I help people heal is the trauma of injustice and loss. Because so many of us have lost so much of our life to them. Now, I'm not saying you don't need to know what you need to do. No, you do. That's why I do talk a lot about narcissists on here. It's not unhealthy to come on here and listen to this video. It's not unhealthy to listen to some of the videos on narcissism and learning about what it is, because some of it you need to fix your brain. But you know when you're going too far. You know when it's like, I need this as a constant reminder. I need to keep looking about the spiritual truth of narcissism, which I recommend you do. I need to keep reminding myself, right, before I go back into the cycle. But when it's gone too far, when you're not just reminding your mind of what they are and what it is, you're now back in the thing of like obsessing, and in that swirl, they've got you again, whether they're with you or not. No, you're not being abused and traumatized in the same way, although you might if you keep reliving your memories by choice, you see, when you're healed. So there's the thing you have to do when you're healing, and then out of healing, people fall back into this obsession. Why? I'll tell you why. This is the truth, and I was here too, because your life is empty, because you don't know how to fill it up. You need to get into things that will help you create the life you want. Again, if you work with someone like me, or anything that will help you start inside out building your life. The reason you're going to obsess back on your past, obsess back over them, is because you're not full of yourself. You're not full of your own life, your own essence, your own energy, your own inspiration, your own ideas. This is a very important thing to do in your life, right? So because there's a gap, you aren't quite sure who you are yet, or how to fuel yourself on your own inspiration. Actually following anything that inspires you and doing something new and brave will help trigger that a lot of the time. Then you want to fill it with the old addiction, even though it's not as bad because you're not maybe in a relationship with them. If you're really just constantly listening to, and there's a lot of anger, by the way, in people talking about narcissists online. There's a lot of angry people. You can feel the energy of it, where it's not so focused on. There's a bit in my course where I say something about, you've just woken up. You've just found out that you haven't lost your life to this because you're here. So now what? Now what about you? Now what about what you care about? What about what you dream about? What about what you could be? What about what you could create? What about the love you could make? What about the people's eyes you could look into? What about the hearts that you could touch? What about the gift you could be to the planet? What about like your community, or the things that you could grow in your life? What about that? If you are healed, right, some of you are, or very far through your healing journey, then please try not to obsess about narcissists, because it's going to put you on a slippery slope back, right? And you'll think, like we always do, I'm over it, I'm tougher now. Honestly, they are the most manipulative things they are like sinking sand. They will drag you under as soon as they get any kind of hook in. All they've got to do is catch you off guard. What you've got to do is build authenticity, integrity, stand by your values, start having vision and goals. Now, you've got to make these deposits. Money can grow. Your time won't grow. That's the one thing you're never going to go back. Think about it. Your time will never grow, right? I'm not saying that to stress you out. I lost a lot of time in my life. But your time is very precious. So you've got your time, now your attention and focus. This is your biggest tool because you can learn so much in today's world. We are so privileged. Goodness me, when I was learning about healing at 15, trying to heal my body of kidney disease, there's no internet. I went to the library, I sat on the floor with all these books and I was trying to figure out alternative health. It wasn't even known about. Let alone a narcissist. No one knew what one of those was then, or no one told me for years until I found that out. So, I mean, we live in a beautiful world. You can learn so much. You can learn so much. Learning. I want you to think, if you've got some of this stuff, you can put some of it into narcissism because it's good to remind your mind that you don't, of what it is so you don't go back. It's very good to keep yourself there. That's why people go to things like AA meetings, right, when they've been alcoholics. They don't study vodka all day, right, when they've come out of AA, but they do go to the AA meeting, like when you come in here or something, other sites you might go to, that's fine, to remind yourself what they are, why not to go back so you don't get duped. That's a great idea, like the AA meeting. But what you don't do is study vodka all day, study narcissists all day. So now I've got to put this time I've got. It's not ticking, don't worry about the time thing because it's only alignment in the universe that matters. Once you're an energetic match to something, it has to come in. So it doesn't take time, it takes alignment energetically, right? For anything. You've got your time, you've got your focus and attention, you've got your money. Your money can grow when you understand how to change your focus and energy, right? So your time's not going to grow, but things don't have to take time in the way that you think they do, right? At all. Things can be miles quicker than you think. So like this time and attention, this energy, this attention and focus, right? At least a little bit. If you can start with a baby step on my growth. I have some toxic traits. I'll study attachment styles. Attachment styles are just like healthy relationships. I'll watch people on healthy relationships. As much as you're watching narcissists, please do things that will help grow you. If you can work with someone like me, work with a coach that can build you up into your dreams. But you can't afford that first right now, or you don't think you can, then you take a different step. Learn something that would improve your life. If you want to get healthy, learn about a different diet you might like. Learn about something that you could enjoy. There might be an art and craft that you've always wanted to do. There might be something you want to know about your gardening or, I don't know, just a project. But anything, make sure you're fueling something to do with your future and your growth. Not forcing it, not one that you don't like, but something that you have got a bit of a passion for. Making cakes, if that's you, or cooking, or whatever it is that is true to you. I need you to put some of your energy there, especially understanding that anything you do that inspires your creativity, your inspiration, and something that would grow you in some way is making you an energetic match for more of those things in the universe. All right, my loves, any questions or comments, let me know. Lots of love. I'll speak to you soon.